I want to take the opportunity of having industry and a lot of field folks here to announce some movements in the DDSO ranks. The Central North and Central South remain unchanged. Virginia Smith continue to be the Central North and Andy Ashley the Central South. On the east side, Mike Richardson will continue as the East South. The East North, Alice Hood Fleming, who has been detailed into the position, that detail will conclude at the end of November. And I want to especially thank Alice for her willingness to jump into an extremely challenging position and really jump into it completely. It's a difficult task, and thanks again, appreciate the willingness to do that. At the end of November, Warren Strickland, currently DDSO for the West, will move to the Northeast. And at this point, Bill Ruggiero, who is the TMO at New York Center, is detailed to the West, and he'll be the South DDSO. And effective the middle of November, I want to welcome Tom Morgan, currently the TMO at Seattle Center, who will be detailed into the position as the Deputy Director for the West North. So a few changes in our lineup, either location or faces. We will be bidding the DDSO positions for the West, the two positions, and then selecting competitively off that bid. So thanks very much. And with that, I will introduce Leonard Carter and a representative from the Dominican Republic, who the Dominican Republic, of course, is our large contingent of international visitors here for this year's end-of-season review, and they've asked to give a short presentation. So first, I'll let Leonard kick it off. So welcome, Leonard.
Thank you, Dave. Good morning, everyone. As he mentioned, my name is Leonard Carter. I am from the CDM International Office at the Command Center. I was appointed this wonderful position by the wonderful Frank McIntosh. Along with Gary Dockin, I would like to throw my vote in as well to bring him back. But I have the great esteem of working with my current boss, Mr. James Beto. And he is also fantastic. So I've been on a tutelage of two great gentlemen. If you could please welcome Mr. Roosevelt Piana from Dominican Republic.
Thank you, everyone. Hola a todos. Buenos días. I really would like to start saying thank you to this organization, the FAA managers, to Mr. Dan Smiley, Mr. David Foyle, Tony Tisdall, as he wants to call, James Bedo, Frank McIntosh, and Mr. Chamness, to the opportunity for the Dominican Republic to be here today. Also to all aviation professionals and community that are here. The Dominican Republic mission is really glad to be with the professionals style. So saying that, I really would like to show a video first of we prepared for CANSO meeting that was last week in Punta Cana. CANSO is an air civil aviation, air navigation services organization of the world. So it gathers most of the NASP of the world. We're going to start with this video, please. Set the video, please.
Domingo, Delta 493, hand about 45 north. Delta 493, Roger, Director Bowman, Delta 493, and we were cleared from 330 to 270. Bowman, after a 6. Buenas tardes, Copa 151, 8010 por 14010, volando directo a Palacio. Copa 151, Santo Domingo, buenas tardes, en contacto radar.
In the past 10 years, the provision of air navigation services in the Dominican Republic has experienced a systematic development and sustained growth, which has led to the consolidation of our main economic activity, tourism, recognized as leader in the region. With an increase in traffic, which promises to double in the coming years, the air navigation services in the Dominican Republic continues its dynamic and effective transformation. With this holistic approach, IDAC has the ability to move from obsolete systems to the latest management model that ensures the systematic and sustainable development of the Dominican Republic civil aviation. IDAC is an autonomous state agency that regulates and promotes civil aviation in the Dominican Republic. This agency is the air navigation service provider, contributing to the economic development of the nation. IDAC manages the entire operational activities of civil aviation, overseeing compliance with national and international standards, promoting growth, and ensuring safety of air operations. The Air Navigation Directorate is the section of IDAC in charge of the provision of air navigation services in the airspace delegated by the International Civil Aviation Organization to the Dominican Republic, responsible for air traffic management, aeronautical information management, and communication, navigation, and surveillance. Considering that tourism is the main source of income in our country, and that aviation is the most popular means of transportation used by tourists visiting our country, the Dominican Republic surely has the adequate aviation facilities to ensure safety and efficiency in the provision of air navigation services. In 2014, air navigation services were provided to 202,111 operations, carrying more than 10 million passengers to and from the Dominican airports, an increase in air operations of 8.43% in relation to year 2013. We continue our support to the government's goal to double the number of visitors to our country. For the effective performance of its functions, the Air Navigation Directorate has a staff of more than 500 people, divided into 4 major departments within its organizational structure. These departments are integrated by a highly trained staff and devoted to the development of aviation activity, which ensures the good performance of all functions and responsibilities within the best possible conditions. Since 2006, IDAC has hired 189 air traffic controllers, over 80 new controllers only in the past 2 years. The planning and development of air navigation services in the country has been supported by major operational progress, the implementation of significant infrastructure projects, and the latest equipment, all of which has driven change in the organizational culture towards maximum efficiency, ensuring continuity of services. In the last 10 years, the air navigation system infrastructure has been completely updated. Some highlights of this update includes Santo Domingo Area Control Center and Punta Cana Terminal Control Center, equipped with Thales Top Sky ATC systems, along with flight plan and aeronautical information data for air traffic control. In this way, the centers work now simultaneously and as a backup to one another. Combined, both centers have 25 working positions that could distribute the workload by opening more sectors, allowing the increase in traffic and flexible use of airspace through human-machine interface and its ergonomic and automated functions. The Dominican Republic's AMHS is the only one in the Caribbean, Central and South America region connected to the National Airspace Data Interchange Network of the United States. One of the notable aspects in the development of the National Air Navigation System is related to the commitment to compliance with roadmaps and implementation plans set by the International Civil Aviation Organization. Being part of CANSO allows IDAC to have access to committees, reports, guidelines, and tools for the exchange of technology, information, and training with other service providers and industry suppliers, key elements in the implementation of best practices and development of continuous improvement. This way, the Dominican Institute of Civil Aviation in the Dominican Republic has assumed the upcoming challenges of aviation business, with teamwork as a key factor to take a leadership role in the provision of air navigation services. We aim to improve what we have done right. Welcome to the Dominican Republic.
I believe with that introduction, I don't have too much to say now. Please, the presentation. Okay. So as you can see, our major industry is tourism. Just some number that I want to share with you guys. We have handled in the first quarter of 2015, $1.6 billion US dollars. So in the first quarter, just for tourism. And last year, we handled 2 million passengers from the United States. That means the 30% almost of the all Caribbean destinations. So it's good numbers to know. And that numbers are improving at 15% this year. Okay. So getting in the subject, as you know, IDAC is the Civil Aviation Authority of the DR. Is a model of the service provider and also authority. So we have combined, and it's autonomous. And it can take decisions. We are under the Air Navigation Directorate, as you can see here. We have four major departments. We have ATM, Communication, Navigation, and Surveillance, Aeronautical Information, and also SMS. Those are the four main structure of our air navigation. It's a commitment for our government and our general director responding to the president strategy to increment the visitors to double to the Dominican Republic. We are engaged to complete that mission. As you see, we have good relation, our DG, with Mr. Honorable Huertas, and he has been in official meetings to set up these items. Just to a little bit relax, for some of you who don't know Dominican Republic, this is the island. It's a small island. It's called the island of Hispaniola. It's shared with our brothers for Haiti here. And this is our flight, our airspace that we are in charge of. Our flight information region that we share with Haiti to the west, Miami to the north, San Juan to the east, and Curacao to the south. Most of our traffic usually our overflight traffic is coming from northbound, southbound, and from the southwest to northeast. That traffic outbound from the north to the southbound, last year it was about 100,000 operations, just overflights. Just to show you our radar coverage data, we have the main radar at Las Americas, Punta Cana radar. That combined with all the Caribbean, that's Puerto Rico, San Juan radar. Mr. Fraticelli can help me that if I'm okay. And here we have Curacao, Jamaica, and Colombia. That little spot here that we don't have any traffic coverage can be helped with a project that we have on the red to place a new radar on the southwest part of the island, and that area will be covered to the low levels. As you saw in the video, we are having now a new Santo Domingo ACC Center, kind of new technology that we have here. This is a very good picture. When we were starting about to implement the ATFM office, at first that was like an ICAO mandate. They say you have to have an ATFM office for 2018. So we said, okay, we're going to work with that. But we weren't appointed to that. We were looking how we're going to do it, who we're going to take as a reference. And we'll be digging like 3 or 4 years, looking for information, looking for some data. And this is what we have in DDR. You see the airspace that I show you? This is peak traffic, south sector and north sector. As you can see, that's too many traffic here. Here on the north, we have our friend from Miami that help us a lot, Mr. Clinton Wicks. And here we have San Juan also that give you good support. Haiti here, and we have Curacao. With Miami, we have radar share agreements, and we can give traffic transition and transference with traffic. Okay, so we could do that automatically with Miami. What we have done, we have engaged our management, our people, to the ATFM CDN concept, a very brand new and the part of the CDN for most of our guys, our supervisor. And that's why we have here 23 representatives of the Dominican Republic. All those guys over there are air traffic controller, all of them, some of the top management. We have ACC supervisor, a station supervisor, flag and space designer. We have also safety. I really would like to do a little introduce to the top management. Mr. Meram, if you can stand up, please. Meram Zavala. Mr. Julio Mejia, in that order, please. He's our ATM manager. Felix Rosa Martinez is our ATS manager. And the rest of the group, please stand up to show to the people. Those are the supervisors and the people that are here. In some presentation that I have in the past, some people tell me, you have any technology, how you going to do it? For us, our approach was different. It's very difficult when you try to implement something and you involve the people. You can have many fancy toys, many fancy radar, but if you don't involve those guys, it won't happen, because they are the people who handle the traffic situation every day. They are the people who are going to tell you, hey, you have to fix that, you have to update that. That's why they're here. We try to have the mindset for them, like a brainwash, and now I think we're ready to implement some stuff. Also, we have done some with our stakeholders. We have some meeting with them. We approach them separately. You know that Punta Cana Airport have a business model different than Aerodon have it, and La Romana have it, because they are different models. Punta Cana is committed to the tourism. They handle the 52% of the whole traffic of the island, Punta Cana, and they have plans, ambitious plan, to go from the 23 gates they have now, in 5 years, taking to 52 gates, and in 10 years, 108 gates. We're talking about, we have now 2 runways, and they're thinking about building another one. So, those guys, Punta Cana is completely private investment, and those guys have the money and the will of the government. And when you have to talk to those guys, you have to go separately, people for the security, people for the airport, so you have to do it. Hey, this is ATFM, CDM, that's where we're going. We hope also to have it ready for what we're doing. Here we have some numbers. We already have our acceptable arrival rate from main airports, Punta Cana and Las Americas, as you can see. And also we have our sector's capacity for Santo Domingo. As you can see, north sector and south sector, where more of the traffic handled. Also in the region, we've been trying to look for a kind of leadership on the region participating in every aspect of the ATFN on aviation. Any conference, like the 8th Global ATFN Conference in Cancun, Mexico, also the meeting on Panama, and also who's speaking is also used to be selected as a subject matter expert to Trinidad and share what we know, what we're learning from you guys, and share them on those islands. Here also, we bring the whole community to our facilities and put it on a table, like you guys here, to discuss some matters, issues that we have. And we are talking kind of CDM. Sometimes you see these guys here, the discussion that you see, what we're talking about, and I say to my guys, the most important thing is that you can see a model how the users and the service provider can talk about situations, and they look forward to improve both together. That's the main important thing that we have seen here. Maybe we don't know what you're talking about, maybe what happened, but at least the model is going to stay with us, and we can try to do that in our small area. In the futures, we have many plans. We're planning to open our ATFM unit now on December. We're going to start as baby step, as with our sponsor, TMU, Miami, Mr. Wicks, and Mr. Yanix. And they're going to give us they give us the path how we work. But we want to start very simple at this time because we want to do it right. This is part of our plans also to visit tomorrow the command center to continue with the brainwash with these guys, because they can either allow me to do it or not allow me to do it. This is some of the facilities. You already see it in the video. As you can see here, we already prepared. And we have an old center. Next slide, please. We have an old center that is still operative. We use it as a backup center. And that center, our plans, we have radar feed, we have some screens. Our plan is to have it in the future as a regional ATFM. In a large future, but at least we have the mindset to do that. We're committed to learn from the people who knows and to share that information for the people that doesn't have it, okay? That's our major goal. Can you please end on the final, almost? I really would like to take the time to give a special talk to Mr. Leonard Carter. He's very supportive to us, and he's the one that gave us the confidence to be here talking to you guys. It's very difficult from our origins to be here, but he's doing a great job, not just with the Dominican Republic, with the whole Caribbean and Latin America. He's running a very good meetings and a very good meetings, and are giving us the confidence to continue. Also, Mr. Carlos Gonzalez, I know that he's an FAA, but now he's in our ICAO regional office, and he giving us support. Also, to the PM office, to Mr. Yanis Dix and Mr. Mark Novaks. Okay? Sorry to Rebecca Guy. Good. Don't worry. Bad English. This is the old center that we have prepared. It's empty as you see it, and it has radar feed, and it's prepared to have the space inside of the airport, or we can have some ideas there. Okay? So far, this is my presentation, just short. And I hope that the next end of season review 2016 will be held at Punta Cana. Will be good to host you. Any questions? I hope no.
And just say, I've worked with you folks in the DR in the past. I've been down to Punta Cana for some meetings. You're real leaders for your region, and I've seen the commitment. I've seen the academy that you built. It was still under construction at the time I went there. So I applaud your efforts. You're doing just a great job down there. Thanks for coming up and taking the interest in what we do. I appreciate that as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Could host end of next year, so.
Punta Cana, yeah, we could talk about it. Okay, guys, thank you.
You hear me all right? I do want to mention, Leonard of our office put this entire visit for the Dominican Republic. He really did that single-handedly, and the one in November. So if you see him in the hallways or whatever, give him a real thank you, because he's been doing all of that pretty much independently. So thank you, Leonard, and thank you guys for coming.